All right, guys, this is V, Kingdom 695. So I just finished Golem, and I should have made this video while I was doing Golem. But if you go to Golem and you look at damage ranking, you'll see how I'm at 16.5 million in damage versus 520 guy who is at 9 million. And this is the second golem of this kingdom. And so the first one, when we did, I was number one at that time too, and this time again. But this guy, the Chinese guy, clearly has better stats. You've seen the battles, the recent battles when we were fighting with each other. And, he has slightly better stats than me, not significantly, but overall. So how come in Golem I'm able to take him? I'm able to get so far ahead. There's a couple steps over here, and I'm going to try to wrap up this video in less than 5 minutes so I can actually circulate it in line app, which limits the videos of up to 5 minutes. So a couple steps. The number one most important thing is your troop formation. And I mentioned this, that there is you have to sort of use the combination of all troops essentially. Now, what I've done is that first, I basically, if you go over here, in my relic, I'm using the March relic. Then the next thing is that if you go to the stronghold, and if you look at the city buffs, you'll see that it's gone now, but I had previously this 2-hour march capacity on, which you can buy from Spire. That gives you 25% boost for your march capacity from there. And the number 3 is from your talent. This is also now expired, but the second one over here also gives you the march capacity boost. So with the combination of those three, I had a total of 235,000 march capacity. With that capacity, I created a tube formation that is essentially, if you look closely, now this is right now based off of 200,000, but when it was 235,000, what I did was essentially I had practically very low, just a couple hundred infantry of all my troops. This is important. So I have T10s, T9s, only couple hundreds of infantry, and I maximize the cavalry and bowmen. I maximize the cavalry and bowmen for T9 and T10, but for infantry, T9 and T10, I only had a couple hundred. And then everything else down from T8 to T1, it was just a couple hundred for all the rest. So basically, I'm really using combination of every troop. But for T9, very low infantry, and maximum focus on cavalry and bowmen. And for T10, same thing, very low infantry and very maximum focus on cavalry and bowmen. So basically, I want my bowmen and cavalry to attack. In order to maximize their damage, then I went to Dragon and I reset my skills. You see right here on the top right-hand side, these two are your infantry. I lowered them and I moved their skills to the bowmen and cavalry. So if you go to bowmen, for example, you'll see it's giving me this bowman attack and it's giving me bowman versus infantry damage. And if you go to upgrade, there's a reset button here. You can click on reset. So that's how I reset, and I take all the skill points away that I could from the infantry and I maximize my bowman and cavalry. So my main thing is to get as much bowman and cavalry damage on the attack side as possible. I don't care about infantry, which are mainly used as a defensive measure, and this is when you're hitting golem, it's not defensive. It's the attack. And then the third step is when you're actually attacking, right? So if you go here and if you go to golem and if you go to attack, right now I don't have any attacks left, but when you're attacking it and you click on attack, while your march is going, right? While your march is on its way, it's 30 seconds or whatnot, you basically switch the relics at that point. You switch it from march capacity to this one, which is troop health, attack, and defense. And then before your march gets to the golem. So that gives you an additional boost. All right. So those are the 3 steps involved. And then next thing is basically just let it go. And each of my hits were about 1.65 million in damage. That's it. A very quick video of how to go hit golem most effective way.